Since my last mnemonic did so well, and in time of recording I'm still in quarantine, here's another one. Protein production. To understand the process of the protein, you'll need to know the internal structures of the neuron and its functions. But let's make this a little more fun. This video will be a very general overview and simplify the process in which protein is made and transported, but hopefully still be interesting and memorable enough to help. So with all that said, let's compare the internal structure of the neuron to a drug cartel, with protein being represented by the drug. Stay with me now, any plant-derived drug will do. I won't be giving any specific examples. Before anyone says, that's not how a drug cartel works, know that I'm just trying to create a unique analogy, not educate you on the inner workings of substances. Now then, let's start from the beginning. We kick things off with the farm as our destination, where the plant that'll be harvested is grown. This would be like the nucleus, the destination where DNA turns to RNA. This process is called transcription. So imagine the farm as the nucleus, DNA is the plant, the RNA is the harvested plant, and the action of harvesting is transcription. Next up, we need to take the plant that we harvested to a lab and have a person synthesize the drug from said plant. Just as in the rough endoplasmic reticulum, or rough ER for short, the RNA turns to protein through a process called translation. This is made possible through ribosomes, as they are the protein synthesizing machines that make translation possible. Ribosomes are also what give the rough ER its rough texture. So, the rough ER is the lab, RNA is the harvested plant, protein, the refined drug, ribosome, the synthesizer, and translation, the refining process. Now that we finally have the product, we'll need to start transporting it. We'll be taking the drug from the synthesizer and moving it to the next location for the drug to be packaged. This is like in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, smooth ER, where there are no ribosomes, which is why it's smooth. The smooth ER has many other functions, but for the relevancy of our mnemonic, let's just say that its function is to transport the protein to our next destination, the Golgi apparatus. So now we need to package our drug in a box in order to efficiently transport it out. Just as in the Golgi apparatus, the proteins are sorted and encased in semi-permeable vesicles before sent to its proper location. Semi-permeable meaning penetratable by small molecules but not large ones. In this case, the Golgi apparatus is the location and the vesicle is the box to encase the protein/drug. Now, in our generalized analogy, let's say that not just anyone can purchase these drugs, and there's a selective system which approves and rejects customers to keep the cartel thriving but also safe. This would be our cell membrane, a phospholipid bilayer, making it selectively permeable. This is so that the cell membrane can regulate what goes in and what comes out. Afterwards, we've got a real celebrity here, the mitochondria. Say it with me now. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Need I say more? Well, since this is an analogy, I shouldn't cut corners here just for a meme. Since the mitochondria is essential for energy production, one could say that it's analogous to the gas pumps, power generators, and water supply system that is necessary for any building to function. Like the mitochondria, it's everywhere. However, the mitochondria has even more functions than just creating energy to make this transportation possible. Think the sodium-potassium pump that contributes to action potential. Coming up, we have the essential role of the janitors to help keep the area clean and remove waste. This will be the lysosome, as its function is to help identify waste, store it, and then remove it. Since we have a whole drug cartel going on, we should identify the structural support that makes this entire process possible. We could call it the black market, the inevitability of supply and demand, the result of shortcomings from a government that criminalizes drugs through policy choices, whatever philosophical foundation floats your boat. This would be the microfilament, which is a cytoskeleton that physically supports the cell structure and ensures that each part of the neuron is where it should be and functioning. Finally, we'll be shipping the drugs out to its predetermined destination. This can be through trucks, planes, whatever form of transportation that gets the job done. Likewise, we've got the microtubules, which serve as a conveyor belt to carry protein to its final destination. And that's it! Obviously, there are many details that I've skimmed over, but I hope that this brief and general overview provides some assistance in imagining and memorizing the internal structure of the neuron and how protein is made and transported. Let me know if this was helpful, what else you'd like to see me cover, or if this odd analogy can be improved upon. Thank you, and stay safe out there.